కాదు ఇంతే అనుకుంటున్నా ఈ అన్న లేపాల్సింది లేపితే అన్న ఈ అనుకుంటా లేప ఇక్కడ లేగుస్తుంది ఇది అది లేకపోతే అన్న ఇయ్య లేపితే ఇంకంతే ఇయ్యలే ఇంకంతే హైట్ నిజంగా ఇదేమో ఇటు తిప్పే ఏదో ఒకటి నేను మొన్న చేసా ఇప్పుడు లేపు అదే రావాలి ఏంటి నేను ఎప్పుడు అన్న ఎప్పుడు రైట్ ఎప్పుడు కంఫర్టబుల్ ఉంటే అప్పుడు ఓకే కదా ఓకే చలో ఇది మళ్ళీ హలో కెప్టెన్ స్టాండ్ వెళ్ళనా స్టాండ్ ఇలాగే ఉంటుందా చలో ఎలా లేచింది అన్నది ఇది ఈ రెండిట్లో ఏదో ఉందని చెప్పా కదా ఇది ఇందాక తిప్పే రాలేదు మ్యూట్ పెట్టు కొద్ది వెనకలేమ్మా లేకపోతే అన్నం కలిపడానికి 22 తీసుకో గంగా తీసుకోవాలా కంపల్సరీ ఏంటి భయ్యా ఇది మ్యాచింగ్ ఉంటాం Yeah, we are into week 5, right? Yeah, we are into week 5, match 22. We have BCC Spartans versus BCC Rampage. We are going to start the match very soon, but before that we have toss that needs to be completed, toss task, and we are on the ground with our referee, third umpire, and rest of the both umpires as well, and the both captains of the teams, BCC Spartans captain Sharat Salwaji and also BCC Rampage captain Sai Surya Sunkara. These teams will be our match 22nd one today going on. So over to you, Arjun.
Hello, welcome to match 22 of BCC Spartans versus BCC Rampage. Yeah, who is going to call? Heads is a call. Tails it is. Yeah. Surya, what would you like to go for?
Yeah, we wanted to bat first. So previously all the 4 matches we chased, and we want to try differently this time. So we wanted to bat first and put good runs on the board.
Okay. So like, is there any reason like you wanted to bat first?
No, still now we did not bat. We want to see our batting strength also while batting first.
Okay. So it seems like it's a do-or-die match for you. So like it's a win-win situation. So if you just feel like you will be through to the table, and a loss could definitely put your team's hopes to semi-finals in very disastrous situation. But
yeah, we are just hoping for the best. Best team comes out as a win.
Yeah. One last question. Any changes in your team?
No changes.
For the last match?
No changes. We are going with the same playing line.
Okay. All the best. Thank you. Sharad, like what would you have?
It's a win-win situation to me, to be very honest, because if I won the toss, I would choose to ball first.
Okay.
So anyway, if you take the toss, I won the toss for me actually. So nothing, as I was playing with a very young team now, so I need to be very careful, because so we played our best with the previous matches, but luck is not our side. we are very close to all the matches, but somehow the opponents played comparatively well, bit better compared to us. So that's it. But this time we are trying our hard to achieve at least 1-2 games into our budget.
Any changes in your team?
Yes, like 3 changes. So Mari will be replaced with Ravi. Then Pradeep replaced with Bilal. There is one more. Charan. Charan will be replaced with Sachin. Yeah.
Okay. Any particular reason for these changes?
Nothing actually. They have some problems, family issues and something. So I need to give respect to my players also. So I don't want to give some rest to them to come up with the next time with a bang.
Okay. All the best, Sharath, and
Thanks.
Yeah, all the best.
And we have our on-field umpires, Ganga and Arjun Gali. So these both will be overlooking the match completely. And the referee is here, Sai Pratap. And myself, commentary, Johnson Reddy. And the news from the ground is that BCC Spartans have lost the toss, but the decision what they wanted was that they wanted to field, and luckily BCC Rampage team have opted to bat first. So they would like to check their batting strength as well with the young team on the field now. So that's the news from the ground. From the toss, we have BCC Rampage opted to bat first. We'll start the match in a couple of minutes, so stay tuned, everyone. We are starting our match 22 for today, week 5. We have BCC Spartans versus BCC Rampage, and BCC Rampage is batting. Now we have Bhanu on strike. The openers are Bhanu and Vinod Reddy, and Chitraksh is bowling his first over from Spartans team. Started with the dot delivery. Chitraksh, BCC Spartans. Already they have played 5 matches, but they couldn't able to record a win so far. So they might be thirsty for a victory here with BCC Rampage team. So we're gonna see this is the second ball from the Chitraksh over, and that's a wide delivery signaled by the Empire Ganga. Chitraksh bowling over the wicket, and right-hand batsman Bhanu Diaga on strike. And on the other end we have Vinod Reddy from BCC Rampage. He is on the runner side. Here comes the third delivery, the second delivery is still, and that's a dot delivery again. Chitraksh is opening the bowling for Spartans. Continuing over the wicket, Bhanu Diaga has not yet started to go on the mark, and that's a defense played by Bhanu Diaga, and that's still a dot delivery. So that's 3 balls done, and we have 1 for 0 of the first over, and that 1 run is from the extras. That is a wide extra. Now Chitraksh coming over the wicket again. Bhanu tried for the reverse sweep. But he couldn't connect it very well, and it missed the keeper, and that's a comfortable single for the batsman. We know that he's on strike. We will see how he's gonna face Chitraksh bowling now. It's the first over of the innings. Oh, that's a clean bowled. That's a clean bowled, guys. That was a superb delivery from Chitraksh, and Vinod Reddy has to depart for a duck out. That is a golden duck out, we can say. That's Vinod played only 1 ball, and he's out on that for very first delivery. That's a clean ball. The middle stump has been taken off. That's a superb ball from Chitraksh. Now Vinod Reddy is leaving the ground, and we have Bharat Reddy coming in to replace Vinod Reddy. That was an excellent ball from Chitraksh to take off Vinod Reddy's wicket. Now Bharat Reddy is on strike to face the last ball of Chitraksh from the first over. It's only 5 balls done yet. We have 1 more final ball from Chitraksh, and we can see Bharat Reddy is on strike now. That's a full toss delivery, and that's a clean delivery, we can say, and that's the end of the over. Chitraksh has given a very good start, we can say. That's 1 over, 2 runs and 1 wicket, and that last wicket to go off is Vinod Reddy. We had something strange happening from the BCC Rampage batting lineup. We can see Bharat Reddy has come on 1 down after Vinod Reddy departs. Generally, Bharat Reddy doesn't come at one down. He comes basically at third or fourth down. But now we can say there is a change or shifting in the batting order from BCC Rampage team. I think the skipper is thinking to change his batting order and try all the explain. We have another new bowler, Om Prakash Majoju, and that is a very short delivery, and that's been chipped over the deep mid wicket, and but that's a missed catch. That was an easy catch, but the fielder there couldn't pick it up very well, and that's a drop catch, and they could able to take one single easily. BCC Spartans cannot afford to miss any catches during this crucial match. And Bharat Reddy tried to flip it over the fine leg, but he couldn't make a good contact with the ball, and there's no delivery, no run from that, and that's a dot ball. Though there is a slight chance of picking up a run, Bharat Reddy doesn't want to take any risk at this moment because they already lost one wicket. Now there is some discussion going on between the batsmen on the crease, Banu and Bharat Reddy. Wait. And we can see Om Prakash coming over the wicket with his third delivery, and that's a very beautiful delivery, but it has been hit for one run. Easy run for Bharat Reddy. As we have Sai Pratap, our referee, here to join me for the commentary. Welcome, Sai Pratap.
Hello, Johnson. Very good afternoon. A lovely match between BCC Spartans and BCC Rampage, which has started. A short ball again. And
That's an easy single, Pratap.
and just guided the ball to the short third for single. Considering this, I think the bowlers were not bowling according to line lengths, but they still got wickets in the first over itself. If you see
Yeah,
Om Prakash-
Chitrax really bowled really well in the first over, but Om Prakash has been trying for something different, and that's the wicket of Bharat Reddy for Om Prakash Majoju. He tried to flip it over the fine leg, but he didn't connect the ball very well.
and it's
I think there is some.
checking for a no ball, which is with the west side. I think
Our umpire Arjun Gali is going to check with the third umpire Srikant if that is a no or not. But that's an easy catch for the man in the fine leg. Bharat should not have attempted that shot when fine leg is
John.
very close.
it was a full toss ball, so full toss balls or the button cream for every batsman. So they would like to go for it, but it was a very unlucky chance for the batsman, and also the bowler is very, very lucky since he was able to get an edge for the full toss ball, which is which is almost near the waist height. So we'd
Yeah, we'll wait for the umpire's decision to see if that is a no or not. Okay.
What do you think, Johnny Bhai?
I think I didn't really see if that was above the waist. I am thinking it is very tough decision for the third umpire to take.
Yeah, but probably it would be.
Yeah, we need to see if that is coming above the waist or not. That's what I was talking as well. Bharat Reddy coming on one down. It's a slight change made by the skipper of BCC Rampage, but we're gonna see if that has been made or not. We'll wait for the umpire decision. And that's a no ball given by the third umpire. The ball has been traveling over the waist, and now Bharat Reddy has been lucky, we can say, with that decision from the third umpire. And now, because this is called no ball, we are still having 2 more balls from the second over. Om Prakash Majoju, and that's a dot delivery. No run from this 5th ball as well, because that's a free hit delivery, but they couldn't capitalize. The Rampage team couldn't capitalize the free hit delivery. And that's an easy single to end the second over. Into the ball has been traveling all the way to the deep covers, and that's an easy single for Bharat Reddy to free his hands with the batting. And now we are come to the end of 2 overs. We have 7 for 1 after 2 overs, with Bharat Reddy and Bhanu Diaga on strike. And we have third over continued by Chitraksh Bandari. Chitraksh is bowling his second over, and that's a very good line and length from Chitraksh, and that's straight into the covers, to the short covers into Sagar's hands. Sagar is a very strong fielder in that area. And that's flipped over the mid-on, but there's no run from it. Damu is there to stop the single. This is the third over still, and Bharat Reddy is on strike, struggling to connect the ball Chitrak's bowling his third ball of the second over. Oh, that's a full toss delivery with very less pace and straightly driven into the hands of Om Prakash in the mid-off. We got to see if that luck for Bharat Reddy will continue, and we can see if we can see a very good innings from Bharat Reddy. That's we got to see whether it is by or it is from the bat, and I think there is no signal from the umpire, and that is from the bat over the keeper, because there is not much space in the ball. The ball couldn't carry long. Oh no, the umpire has signaled it as by, leg by. That is not from the bat. So Bharat Reddy has to still connect the ball, and now Bhanu is on strike. And that's a very good delivery from Chitrak's. That's the fifth ball. And Bhanu had no clue of how the ball has travelled that fast into keeper's hands. I think we can see Chitrak's changing the pace for every ball. Now that's a good effort in the short covers by Sagar, but he couldn't stop the ball, and it was an easy single for Bhanu Diaga, and that's the end of 3 overs. And we have the score is 9 for 1. Bharat Reddy 10 balls 2 runs, and Bhanu on 8 balls with 4 runs playing. And we have very huge batting lineup coming. We have Prasanna, we have Karthikeyan, we have Rijwit Paturi, we have Uday Kumar, we have Gnan Reddy. So many young batsmen lined up for next. And we have Om Prakash Maharaj continuing his spell with the second over. And we can see Bhanu trying to reverse sweep that ball, but he couldn't connect it very well, and that's a dot. Though the ball was very short, Bhanu couldn't capitalize that because he was trying for a reverse sweep. And batsman is looking at the umpire if that could be a wide, but umpire doesn't want to give it as a wide because the ball is travelling over the wicket, I guess. And that's the reason. And we have Om Prakash Majaju continuing, and that signaled a wide. That is a wide ball from Om Prakash after 2 good consecutive balls that he has bowled. Oh, that is very close call, and Bhanu has to leave it off, and that's a dot delivery again. Bhanu is trying to tease the bowler with his shift of batting style, but still he isn't successful to get runs from the Om Prakash bowling. So we can see 4 balls delivered, and that's a wide again. So it looks like extras are more rather than batsmen hitting from the bat. So we can see already they have 4 or 5 extras already. So Bhanu and Bharat struggling to go after the bowlers, and that's straight into the bowler's hands. So power play overs going on. We have the power play on until 6 overs, but we are with this end of the 4th over, this one. Now that's a dot again. That's a very good fielding in the gully. That's a superb way to start the innings for Spartans. They are 4 overs complete, 11 runs for 1 wicket. You can see of the 11 runs they have scored, they have on the board extras. We have half of them, so 5 extras that Spartans have bowled so far. So it looks like only 6 runs have come off the batsman innings. So we need to have a very good innings expecting from Bharat Reddy. That's why the skipper has sent him as the one down. But we can see Bharat and Bhanu, both of them are struggling to connect the ball. And after 4 overs, BCC Rampage are 11 for 1. And we have change of bowling now. We have Kiran Kumar on the field. Yes, Kiran would be starting. Yes, it's Kiran's turn now. Kiran is bowling the 5th over of their innings, and that is the first over for him. And we have Bharat Reddy on strike, non-striker, and we have Bhanu. Kiran Kumar coming over the wicket. Oh, Kiran started off with a wide. That's the wide signal by the umpire. Ganga is the main umpire and Arjun Gali is our leg umpire. And our third umpire is not on the ground, is Srikanth. And we have Kiran continuing over the wicket. And that's a beautiful hit by Bharat Reddy into the corner, but that's only a comfortable single. We have a field there in the corner. There is a wind factor, and we can see there is very less sunlight. The weather seems to be very gloomy at this moment. After that single, now Bhanu is on strike. Kiran Kumar coming over the wicket. And that's a good leave from Bhanu that was traveling into the wickets, and a very good line and length delivery from Kiran there. So we can see Bharat and Bhanu are communicating. This is the 5th over of the innings, and we have Kiran. That's a good delivery again. That's good taken in the keeping area by the skipper Sharath. That's a dot delivery. That's really another very good delivery from Kiran. We can see batsmen are struggling to go after the bowlers, though they are trying hard.
Is it muted?
No.
I'm asking you to put muted.
And we can see that's the end of the 5th over. BCC Rampage are 13 for 1. We can see 6 extras, given half of the runs are in the form of extras. And I think BCC Rampage skipper might be thinking of why my batsmen were not able to connect the ball very well. So after 5 overs, BCC Rampage are 13 for 1. So Bhanu and Bharat Reddy are in the crease. Even Kiran Kumar started off with very economical over, and only 2 runs from that over, and that 2 runs are in the form of extras only. And we can see Ravi Teja continuing, is the new bowler. Potana Ravi Teja is the new bowler, and he has started off. So umpire is checking something on the pitch, so they are checking where the ball has pitched. So that signal the wide signal by umpire. The first delivery of Ravi Teja is signaled wide. That was a bad delivery from Ravi Teja, and Bharat has cleared that over the boundary, and it's a 6 into the deep mid wicket. That is what Bharat was trying, and the new bowler gave him that chance of clearing the boundary. Chitraksh is the fielder, but he has nowhere near the ball to stop it, but it is over the boundary line, and that's a comfortable 6 for Bharat Reddy. There is an appeal for out, but they don't want to take. Umpire stays calm, and that's a dot delivery from Ravi Teja after that expensive ball. And that's another dot. That's a very good ball from Ravi Teja. Oh, that is in the air, and that's an easy catch. Ravi Teja strikes again. He breaks the partnership of Bharat Reddy and Bhanu Diaga. That's an easy catch. He couldn't connect it very well, Bharat Reddy. That was an easy catch in the short mid wicket. The ball was in the air for too long, and that made the fielder to come very close without making any mistake. He is in the safe hands, we can say. That's an easy catch. Now we have a new batsman, Prasanna Kumar, on strike. He's replacing Bharat Reddy's wicket. And that's a no ball signaled by the umpire. Ravi Teja cannot take any chance of bowling extras at this time, because the new batsman, it takes some time for the new batsman to settle. Now that's a free hit. Though it was a catch in the mid wicket, in the mid on by Damu, but because it's a free hit, that catch wouldn't be considered. So there was a chance for an out, but Bhanu made it into the crease. That's the last ball remaining from Ravi Teja's over. Oh, umpire is off. Umpires are discussing something. We don't have any idea what is it about. So is there any technical glitch with the scoring or something? So let us wait for some more time. That's a no run from the last ball. Damu has caught in the mid-on. Damu has caught it. Umpire is discussing something. The leg umpire. Leg umpire is off his position, and they are discussing something with the referee. I guess Sainath is the no. Pratap is the referee. No, they are checking for an out. There's an appeal for run out, but it's not out. Not out. Signaled by third umpire, and Prasanna is batting. That's the end of 6 overs. That's the end of our power play. After 6 overs, BCC Rampage team are 21 for 2. We have Bhanu Diaga and Prasanna Kumar batting on the crease. You can see Bharat Reddy, 15 balls, 9 runs. He really tried hard to connect the ball, but only one ball was able to clear over the fence, we can say. Now we have Bhanu on strike to face the 7th over, that is being continued by Kiran Kumar. After a very good over from Kiran Kumar, the very first over, the 5th over that he bowled, and now he's continuing his spell. Kiran Kumar coming over the wicket, and Bhanu strikes it off into the point area for a single. Kiran Kumar to Prasanna Kumar, and that signal divide. Prasanna wanted to play it into the mid wicket or the deep fine leg, but couldn't connect it, though it is coming onto the leg stump. That's a very good delivery by Kiran, and Prasanna had to defend it, but still he wanted to take a single. Bhanu has refused to come because that's a danger run for him, and that would be an easy run out if that run was taken. So Bhanu has stopped it. Prasanna facing Kiran Kumar, and into the short covers. Very well fielded by Sagar. No run from that. Oh, that's a very good Yorker length ball, you can say. Prasanna has to defend it. Oh, he wanted to play it over the deep mid wicket, but he couldn't connect the ball. Prasanna. They need to take some time to make familiar themselves with the bowlers, because the Kiran Kumar is a very dangerous bowler, we can say at some times. And that signal divide again. As we are talking, we are getting most of the runs in the form of extras for Rampage, where we can see where there is very less contribution from the bat. Kiran Kumar, the last ball, and that's a very good ball too. It's a very good ball to defend. Okay, no problem. That's a dot ball to end the 7th over. After 7 overs, BCC Rampage are 24 for 2. And we can see of the 24 score, we can see extras as 10 extras. So we can say only 14 runs off the bat for BCC Rampage in 7 overs. Now we have Banu on strike, and we can see Ravi Teja continuing his spell with Kiran, and that's the start of 8th over. Yeah, we have Arun Malve, who has recently celebrated his birthday with us in the commentary area, and he is playing for BCC Rampage team, but he is not in the playing 11 today, so he has joined us with the commentary, and that signaled a wide, the first ball from Ravi Teja, and now we can see Bhanu is on strike. Oh, that was a drop catch, I guess. There was a sound, I guess, right, Arun?
Yes, I think it's a definite miss by the keeper, and they shouldn't leave those catches because it's going to give them a hard time later, because Banu is a good player.
Yeah, we can see Ravi Teja.
There you go. As I said like earlier,
And that's into the deep covers, and that's an easy single. Very good fielding by Prithvi Pro in the deep covers. Now Prasanna is on strike. He has played 8 balls, nothing.
there you go. It's a good ball from Ravi Teja.
Yes, that's a very good Yorker length, we can say.
They have a really good face this time. I see the bowling lineup is really good, maintained well.
Yes, Arun. We can see Ravi Teja is also bowling really well.
Oh, there you go.
And that's the
Prasanna gave a very good clear shot towards the boundary.
And that's into the long on area. That's cleared the boundary, and that's the first 4 for Prasanna, and you can say the second boundary of Rampage innings. The first one was Bharat's huge 6 in the mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket, and now this is the boundary into the long on area by Prasanna. This type of driving length balls are not suitable for Prasanna, such type of players, so bowlers need to be very cautious when bowling to Prasanna.
Oh,
Now
there you
that's a
go.
full
Another
toss.
one. Straight in line.
That's a full toss delivery,
I think
and the umpires are checking if that is a no or not, but so far there is no decision from the umpires, and that's cleared the boundary in the deep fine leg.
the momentum is on. Like Rampage needs to move on the same way like Prasanna is doing
Okay,
the right thing.
leg
at the
umpire
moment.
doesn't want to give it as a full toss above the waist delivery, so that is not a no ball, but that's a full toss delivery, we can say, Arun.
Yeah. I see Ravi
So it
Teja
turns
has
out to be an
continue.
expensive over for Spartans. Ravi Teja has to do something to control the runs flowing from the bat.
I think it's the last ball of the over.
Yeah, that's a very good delivery, but beautifully played.
That was good running between the wickets.
Yes, but that's a risky run as well, because Sagar, the ball goes to players like Sagar. You need to be very careful with the throw of the and that's after 8 overs. We can see 35 for 2 BCC Rampage team with 11 extras by their side.
And it's a good sunny day today. I see all the shining faces.
Yeah,
on
it was
the ground.
gloomy until a while ago, Arun, but now all of a sudden sun has come out of the clouds.
I see a captain is having a word with the players.
Yes, after 8 overs, 35 for 2. We can say the Spartans have really started well with their bowling. we need to see if this will be kept up until the last.
Yeah, and we have seen this, in the earlier matches as well. Like one big over will change the match, in a different phase. So let's see how the Spartans would, come back with the strategy.
And that could be 10 runs from the last over, I guess. I mean, is it right?
Yes.
One wide, 2 boundaries, and a single. Yeah, wide, single. Oh, that's 11 runs from the last over. Turns out to be an expensive over so far for BCC Spartans, but still they need to come back strong to keep the momentum going.
First
after
6
8
overs in the power play, I think they did a really good work, stopping the runs, fielding well, taking the catches, bringing down the wickets.
So we have a new bowler coming into the ground. We need to wait for the player's name here. It's Prashant Ekbote. Prashant bowling his first ball of the innings. This is his first over. And now we can see Prasanna is on strike, who seems to be very confident after the 2 boundaries that he has hit in the last over.
That was a good shot towards the boundary.
That's raising into the fences. And that's an easy boundary for Prasanna into the deep fine leg.
Yeah, Prasanna looks to be on the fire. Like he has hit almost like 3/4 of, moving forward, moving with the momentum. This is what they wanted.
That's a short delivery, we can say. That's not a very good delivery from Prashant. It is a very short delivery that he has bowled, and there was enough room for the batsman to clear into the boundary. And now the fine leg has been moved into the deep fine leg area.
It's a well played. But a good ball as well from Prasanna.
Prashant bowling to Prasanna. That was a typical bounce from the bowler, and Prasanna had no clue of that bounce, and that's a dot delivery.
Wow, that's a very good length. Unexpected ball, but yeah, there you go.
So we can see with every ball Prashant is trying to bowl. He's trying to change the pace and change the line and length of each and every ball, so that batsman will not be getting very much familiarized with the bowler. So that's a very good bowling from Prashant after that short delivery. Very first short delivery that he has bowled, and now that's a dot as well. Prasanna trying something different to play, but still couldn't connect the ball. And we are into the last ball of the 9th over. That's a very good ball. That's a good ball.
Well played by Prasanna as well. Like it's a good ball. Good
That's
length.
very good defended, we can say, Arun.
The change of phase from the first two balls
Hold on
to
a
the
second.
last.
I think there is some change with the. We thought this would be the last ball, but there is some technical glitch.
Prashant did started like little offside, but yeah, he changed the complete strategy of the bowling of the last four balls.
Yes, that's only 5 runs coming from that over. That's after 9 overs, 40 for 2. There is some discussion going on between captain and vice captain. No, one more over. It's 9 overs.
9 overs.
So they're figuring out whom to give the next ball for the bowling. I think they would like to go with Chitraksh Bandari. captain is very keen on trying to break this partnership before the innings break, Arun. I think that's the reason he has to bring in Chitraksh Bandari into bowling attack. He's bowling his third over. He has bowled really very good first two overs that he has bowled. They're really very economical and very good bowling, and that was a clean ball we could see from for Vinod Reddy.
I think it was a very good first ball which he bowled, and he has knocked off.
To start off with a dot delivery, Chitraksh bowling the 10th over in the last over before innings break.
They have maintained really well bowling line. You can see that, with the first spell and the second spell, what he's bowling, the first ball, he's still, he's bowling line and length very well towards the wickets. He's not.
Yes, the captain's intention of bringing Chitraksh Bandari into bowling attack is to break this partnership of Banu and Prasanna. So we will see he will be succeeded in achieving that. Oh, that's easy boundary picked in the deep mid wicket by Banu. That's a comfortable gap you can see between Kiran Kumar and the other fielder Ravi Teja, I guess. Yeah. That's a boundary from the second ball of Chitraksh.
And there is a message from Pradeep SG in the group saying that appreciate the BCC spirit. How about you? So we are all with the BCC spirit cheering up.
Slip down to the fine leg area, and that's a comfortable single for Banu, and now Prasanna is on strike.
Wow, that's a good shot. That's a
That's
six.
a 6. That's an easy 6 in the deep fine leg by Prasanna. The ball was very short there. He had enough room to pick the ball comfortably and turn it into a massive 6.
Not able to see the score.
Oh, this turns out to be another expensive over for Spartans, and Rampage is able to get more runs from this over, and that's an extra good batting by Prasanna. That's a very good delivery from Chitraksh indeed, and
I think Spartan needs to come back with a good strategy of how to tackle these batsmen.
maybe after the innings break this is the last ball before the innings break, and the last ball of third over from Chitraksh.
There you go.
And that's a no run from that last ball. After 10 overs, it's 51 for 2. BCC Rampage, they have come back really very good. Prasanna is on 19 playing from 21 balls, and you can see Banu Diaga playing on 11 from 25 balls. So this seems to be a very good partnership for them. So after 10 overs, it's going to be an innings break, and we'll be back soon after 5 minutes of innings break. Stay tuned, guys. Okay, after the 10 overs, we are back into the action again. We are starting with the 11th over, and there's a change of side, guys. Batting will be from the park end, bowling will be from the park road end. We have Prashant continuing the 11th over. Oh, that's an easy catch appeal, and that's an easy catch as well, but keeper has dropped it. That could be an easy wicket of Banu Diaga, but the wicket keeper and skipper of Spartans team has missed the catch. Though that could be an easy catch, the reaction to that catching was a bit late. Rampage team needs to be careful when batting down the other sides. He's trying to reverse sweep that ball again, but unfortunately he couldn't connect that. That's 3 dots so far. Oh, that's a giveaway single. We can see that's a free single given by the fielders. I think it's Sagar that tried to stop the ball, but unfortunately that ball was pushed away from Sagar to no man, and they could able to take the extra single for that. And that the ball has gone into the deep fine leg area, but we would like to see, yes, that's a leg by signaled by the umpire. We can see. Three dots, one single off the bat and one single off the leg byes. And there's a final ball. Oh, is that an over? I guess that's an over. No. There is a little bit of confusion, and that's a very good ball. Yes, that's, and Ravi Teja continuing the 12th over, and that's so comfortable 6 into the deep mid wicket. It's a very good shot from Prasanna into the deep mid wicket. That's an easy sixer, we can say. Because these type of shots Prasanna is very good at, and bowlers need to be very careful when bowling to Prasanna. And Ravi Teja continuing the ball. And that's an easy catch in the deep fine leg. That's a full toss delivery. Prasanna couldn't connect it really well, and that's an easy catch in the deep fine leg. Prasanna has to depart. After that, massive 6. The very next ball, the full toss delivery, Prasanna couldn't capitalize that. And Ankit Singh now replacing Prasanna Kumar. After 11.3 overs, it's 59 for 3. We have Ankit Singh, the new batsman, in the crease. Ravi Teja bowling to Ankit Singh. Oh, that's still a full toss delivery, but Ankit couldn't make use of that full toss delivery, and that's a dot ball. They tried to take a run off the leg byes, but Banu stops the batsman. And that's beautifully driven into the deep. Oh, that was very good fielding in the deep covers by Prudvi Pro. Kar. No, it's not a 4. That's a very good effort in the deep covers, extra covers by Prudvi, and he could able to stop the 2 extra runs of that by stopping that boundary. And we can see Ankit Singh is on strike now, and that's an easy single in the point. That's the last ball to end the 12 overs. After 12 overs, BCC Rampage are 62 for 3. And we have now Prashant Ekbote continuing his overs, and Sagar has some instructions for the bowler regarding the field placements. Prashant Ekbote is continuing the 13th over of BCC Spartans innings. There is a slight change of fielding. That's a wide ball to start the 13th over. Prashant Ekbote has started off with a wide, his 3rd over. That's into the deep covers for his single by Ankit Singh, and Banu Diaga is in the crease since the beginning. He has opened for the BCC Rampage batting line, and Banu Diaga is still in the crease even after 12 overs, and Prashant continuing to Banu Diaga. That's an easy boundary for Banu onto the long off. Sunlight. That's a very good batting from Banu. Prashant continuing over the wicket. And that's into the deep extra covers, and that's another boundary by Banu Diaga. There's no chance for the fielder to stop that ball. It's raging into the fences. And that's a comfortable boundary for Banu Diaga. So 2 back-to-back boundaries, one on the long on and one in the deep extra covers. And we have with us our golden duck boy today, Vinod Reddy, who was clean bowled by Chitraksh Bhandari.
It was inside edge.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But still, that was a middle wicket, Vinod.
Sometimes we can't do anything.
Yes,
bad
some
day for
hard
me.
day, hard luck today. Hope you will. And we have Banu trying something different, but that's a very deep. That is a chance of run out. But if that was direct hit, definitely that would have been made some change. Ankit Singh is on the danger end. And that's an easy single to the deep covers.
I have a big hope on Bono now.
And we have Banu on strike again. Banu is trying something different. He has to stick to the basics. He is trying some reverse sweeps and late cut shots, but it's not working. So after 13 overs, BCC Rampage are 74 for 3 with 14 extras. Bowled by Spartans. And we have change of bowling now. Om Prakash Maujaju continuing over the wicket with the 14th over. What do you think, Vinod? What do you think your team can put up a total on the board? What do you project as a score?
I think 120 is a good score for me to defend.
Okay,
Probably it will be go high. 130, I think so. Like this, if you come back, if you can rotate like this.
that chipped over the point, and that's very easy single by Ankit Singh. First ball of Om Prakash over. They have really bowled really well. Om Prakash the first 2 overs, and this is his 3rd over, the 14th over, and 1 ball has been bowled so far. And Banu is in strike. Oh, that's a really good driving in delivery, but have to be careful when batting. Batsman needs to be careful when batting on the other end. That's a dot delivery. That was in the air for quite long, and that's an easy catch in the corner. That's a comfortable catch taken by Ravi Teja, and that's an out. Om Prakash breaks the partnership and takes the very first opener of the innings. Banu Diaga has to depart. It was in the air for quite a long time, and that could, because the wind is in the opposite direction, so that will make a lot of difference. So against the wind, if a ball has to travel, it will be not possible, and that stayed in the air for very quite long time, and that made the fielder to take an easy comfortable catch. And though the ball was hit hard by Banu, still it couldn't carry into the boundary, and it has safely landed into Ravi Teja's hands. Now the left-hander Rijit Paturi comes into the crease. Om Prakash bowling. That's a wide signal by umpire. After 13.3, BCC Rampage are 76 for 4. The last wicket being Banu Diaga has to depart. And we have the left-hand batsman Rijit Paturi on strike, playing with Ankit Singh on the other end. That's a wide again. When bowling to the left-handers, these bowlers need to be very much careful. It's very good ball on the 4th stump. Oh, Sharath is in the deep fine leg, and that's an easy catch. Rijwit has to depart, the left-hand batsman. That is the wrong selection of shot, I guess. 2 wickets back-to-back in this over. We want to see where the Rampage team is heading to, projecting a very good total we thought initially, but this fall of wickets has to be stopped at one. And now we have Rijit Paturi departing, and we have Gnan Reddy on strike, replacing Rijit Paturi, and he is also a left-hand batsman. Turns out to be a very good over for BCC Spartans, though 3 runs have been scored by Rampage. There are 2 wickets back-to-back. One Banu Diaga, and the other last wicket is Rijit Paturi, the left-hand batsman, and we have another left-hand batsman, Gnan Reddy, on strike, and Om Prakash Mahajoju is bowling around the wicket for this batsman. That was a very brilliant catch in the deep fine leg by Sharath, the previous wicket, and that's a wide again, signalled by the umpire. So we can see 3 extras in this over. 3 wides bowled so far. Yeah, we have the last ball of Om Prakash Mahajoju bowling. That's a very good ball to finish off the 14th over, where they could grab 2 wickets from this over. That's a very good bowling attack brought in by the captain. Om Prakash Mahajoju has been kind of successful in taking 2 wickets back-to-back in this over. And now captain vice captain are deciding whom to go with the bowling attack. So after 14 overs, 78 for 5 BCC Rampage. We have Gnan Reddy, the left-hand batsman, and Ankit Singh on strike in the crease. Yes, the 15th over now. We have Kiran Kumar brought in to attack, replacing Prashant. So Kiran Kumar bowling his 3rd over. Coming over the wicket. He has been very economical in his first 2 overs. And Ankit Singh is on strike. Oh, that's a short delivery, and that's an easy catch picked in the deep mid-wicket, deep square leg by Chitraksh Bhandari. The person to catch has been extraordinary on the field today. He has taken 2 catches already, and that's an easy wicket for Kiran Kumar, his first wicket, I guess. So far, 2.1, 1 wicket. That's a super catch in the deep square leg by Chitraksh Bhandari. So 78 for 6 BCC Rampage after 14.1, and with we can see now Uday Kumar replacing Ankit Singh now. So the shot, it was taken very well by the batsman, but against the wind the ball cannot travel, so it fall into the hands of Chitraksh Bhandari, The same happened with Banu as well previously. So now we have Uday on strike. He's the new batsman in the crease. Kiran Kumar bowling over the wicket. Wide, signaled by the umpire, though there was an appeal for out. Wide signaled. Spartans need to control these extra runs. That's into the point. That's an easy single. That's an easy single for Uday Kumar to get off the mark. I think there is some scoring update being made. Now Grandry, the left-hand batsman, is on strike. That's an easy single into the long on area. The left-hand batsman. Uday Kiran is off the mark already. And now Gnanreddy is off the mark. And we need to see if they will be able to put up some good, decent partnership and be good total on the board. That was a very good bouncer, uneven bouncer for unexpected bouncer. And Uday has to leave it. Kiran Kumar continuing over the wicket. Oh, that's in the air, that's in the air. And Damu takes the catch easily in the mid-on area. And that's a strike through again by Kiran. Another wicket falls off in the same over. These are back-to-back wickets. The last 2 overs, the previous over and this over, turns out to be very good for the Spartans. Uday Kiran has to depart. Now comes Sai Surya Sunkara to replace Uday's place. Back-to-back 2 good overs from Spartans, and BCC Rampage are 7 wickets down with that fall of Uday Kiran's wicket. (81 for 7), 14.5. Last ball from Kiran Kumar. Sai Surya, the skipper of BCC Rampage team. So Sai Surya has a by runner in place for him, and that's Banu Diaga will be running on behalf of Sai Surya Sunkara. And we have Kiran bowling his last ball of the 15th over and his 3rd over. And that's a dot delivery. That's a very good over for BCC Spartans. We can see 2 back-to-back good overs from the Spartans have made them so comfortable to stay in the position. We have Raviteja taking 2 wickets, Kiran taking 2 wickets, Om Prakash taking 2 wickets, and we have 1 wicket in place for Chitraksh Bhandari. And now Om Prakash continuing his last over. He's bowling his 4th over. Now the left-hand batsman Gnanreddy is on strike. That's a wide signal by the umpire. Now Om Prakash changing side. He's going over around the wicket for that's very well bowled, and Gnan Reddy couldn't pick that ball easily, but there was an edge. And that's an easy single into the point for Gnan Reddy. And we have Sai Surya on strike. We have Sai Surya on strike now. Om Prakash. That's an easy single into the gully. That's the last over of Om Prakash. Turns out to be a very economical bowler, Om Prakash, for BCC Spartans. That's an easy catch again. The same mistake as Rijit Paturi did. Gnan Reddy has to depart. That's into the deep fine leg. Sharath is there. Sharath has changed his field from being a wicket keeper to a fielder position, and he is able to grab two quick catches of the two left-hander batsmen. That's Rijit Paturi and Gnan Reddy out in the similar way, trying to pull it over the deep fine leg. And now Gnan Reddy has to depart. That's the 8th wicket down for BCC Rampage. 2 over 2 wickets. Now we have Karthikeyan Mohan Babu replacing Gnan Reddy, the left-hand batsman, and now we have the both right-hand batsmen in the crease. So we can say the two left-hand batsmen couldn't do much for the BCC Rampage team. Still 84 for 8 after 15.4. That's a wicket in this over as well. Om Prakash was able to successfully take off two left-handers and Banu. That's a very good ball. It's a very good ball from Om Prakash. Turns out to be a very good over for him. With only 3 runs of this over. And we have final one last delivery. And he tries to pull it over, but it has landed safely in the deep cover, deep mid wicket, so deep square leg. And that's end of 16th over. After 16 overs, Rampage team are 85 for 8 with 19 extras bowled from BCC Spartans so far. And we have Kiran Kumar continuing the spell, and he will be bowling his 4th over, final over. That's beautifully driven into the long on, and that's an easy single. Sai Surya on strike. That's an easy single, though that is not expected of that. But Sai Surya was able to take a single. Now Karthikeyan on strike. Oh, that's a quick run between the wickets. Banu is very quick on these things, and Karthikeyan is on the safer end. Banu has took the danger inside, and we have Sai Surya on strike now. That's a wide call by umpire. That's into the point area. That's a single. With this prediction, I think we have Kiran Kumar bowling. That's a dot delivery. We would like to thank each and every audience watching the match, and we will be very much happy to announce our BCC sponsors. Oh, that's a huge hit. That's a huge hit into the deep mid wicket, and that's a 6 for Karthikeyan and Mohan Babu of the last ball. That's 17 overs, 96 for 8 after 17 overs. And as coming to the point previously, we would like to thank our BCC sponsors: IT Talent Hub, Hyderabad Wala, Cakes and Bakes, Veda Restaurant, Rotary Stratford Club, and also our partners AK Photography as well, because with their immense support we are able to host all these matches, and we are able to continuously see them live for all the YouTube viewers. We would like to thank all our sponsors name by name. And that's the end of 17th over. After 17 overs, BCC Rampage are 96 for 8. Chitrak's continuing the next over, and that's his last over into the deep mid wicket. That's a single from Surya, the skipper, and Karthikeyan is on strike now. Chitrak's bowling his 4th over. Chitrak's bowling. That's that's a kind of misfield, and in the long on area, and that's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 4. You can see BCC Rampage screaming. That's century up for them. That's 101 for 8 after 17.2 with that boundary of 4. Chitrak's continuing his last over. And that's a super hit into the long on area. It's almost a straight, we can say long. It's not even into the long on. It's almost a straight hit. That's into the comfortably into the boundary. Damu couldn't reach out to that ball. That's a superb boundary from Karthikeyan and Mohan Babu. And we can see this over turns out to be very expensive as well. Chitrak's 4th over and the innings 18th over. Wide signal by the umpire. And that's the wide signal again. We are in the 18th over. It's 107 for 8. That's into the deep wicket for a single. Gyan. That's a comfortable single. They had enough time to run between the wickets, so they leisurely took the run. And Sai Surya is on strike now. That's a missed ball. Sai Surya had no clue of that ball going into the wickets, but just missed the wickets. And Chitrak's last ball of the 4 overs quota that he is bowling today. That's a superb delivery to close the 4 over spell from Chitrak, and that's after 18 overs, 109 for 8. BCC Rampage with 23 extras from BCC Spartans. We have 2 more overs to bowl. I think Kiran has finished his 4 overs. Om Prakash finishes 4 overs, and Chitraksh Bandari finishes 4 overs. And we are left out with Prashant. They're looking out for the bowling options to bowl the last 2 overs. That's after 18 overs. BCC Rampage are 109 for 8. Tried to take a single, but Banu was very keen to run for that run. And Prashant, who is that? Sorry, Prashant is bowling his 4th over. Oh, they comfortably managed to take 3 runs off this ball. That's a very good running by Banu and Karthikeyan. Oh, that's an easy catch in the corner area. That was a very good hard hit by Sai Surya, the skipper, but they couldn't manage to clear the boundary. And that's an easy catch by Kiran Kumar KS in the corner area. That's done with the 9th wicket, and we are into the last wicket. 113 for 9 after 18.4. And we have Dev Harsha Reddy as the last batsman into the crease, with more 8 balls remaining for the innings to close. So Prashant Ekbote grabs his first wicket for the day. Sai Surya. Looks like we are on the 6th run rate. 113 balls, 113 runs. That's hit hard, but it's into the same area. Deva Harsha Reddy has hit the last ball of the 19th over. The same as Sai Suryasankara, Kiran Kumar makes no mistake in the deep corner area. That's the end of BCC Rampage innings for 113 all out. After 19 overs they played. So after 19 overs the innings is closed for now. Dev Harsha Reddy is the last man to depart, and 113 for 4 for all out. We can see very good bowling from the bowlers of Spartans team. They started off really very well, and that's a very good way to close the innings at the end of 19th over. And we'll be back soon after the innings break. Stay tuned, guys. And before we leave, we'd like to thank all our sponsors: IT Talent Hub, Hyderabad Wala, Veda Restaurant, Cakes and Bakes, Rotary Stratford, and also our partner AK Photography. So we would like to thank all the BCC sponsors for their continuous support in making us helpful in delivering such a quality and live matches throughout the weekends during the tournament. Thanks a lot to all the sponsors. And BCC Rampage have put 113 on board, and Spartans need 114 to win this match. And we'll be back soon after the innings break of 5 to 10 minutes time. Catch up with you very soon. Bye bye. We are back in the game after a short break, innings break, and we have Kiran and Sagar opening the innings for BCC Spartans, and we have Ankit Singh bowling his first over. That's a dot ball, very good ball from Ankit Singh. That's a wild signaled by umpire. Ankit bowling over the wicket. That's a wicket. That's a breakthrough. That's an easy catch in the slip by Bharat Reddy. That's a wicket. Kiran Kumar has to depart with no runs in his side. Now one done batsman to go is Damodaran Bhaskaran. That's a very good ball to leave. Damodaran Bhaskaran is on strike now. Oh no, that's another wicket. Easy catch for Prasanna. That's a late cut shot he was trying, and that flicked the bat and into the safe hands of Prasanna, the wicket keeper there. Ankit Singh strikes very firstly in the first two wickets in the very first over. Damu has to depart for no runs on his side. So it's 1 run for 2 wickets, and that 1 run is because of the wide extra. And now we have Bilal replacing Damu. Sagar is on the non-strike end. He didn't get any chance to bat yet. Of the 4 deliveries that Ankit has bowled, 2 men have to depart. Zero wide wicket, 0 wicket, and this is the last but 1 ball, the 5th delivery of the first over, and that's a good leave. Bilal is looking after whether to go after the ball or not, and he stays away from it. Last ball of the first over. And that's an over. That's a dot ball to close. After 1 over, BCC Spartans are 1 for 2 wickets, and that one is in the form of 1 extra. Now we have our left-hand batsman Karuna Sagar on strike. Sai Surya Sunkara will be bowling the second over, the skipper of BCC Rampage team. For a change, Prasanna is doing the wicket keeping. That's a good ball from Sai Surya Sunkara. And Karunasagar defends it to point. No run from that ball. Sai Surya coming around the wicket for the left-hander. Sagar playing defensively. Oh, that's a very good place into the gully area, and that's going into the third man. And that's a comfortable 2 runs for Karunasagar to get off the mark. Okay, the scoreboard is still yet to be updated, and that's a very good pull shot, and that's into the deep mid wicket for 4. That's a super shot from Karunasagar. That's a very short length ball from Sai Surya Sunkara, the skipper of BCC Rampage team. That's a very good boundary. Karunasagar playing very consistently. He doesn't want to make any mistakes, and they wanted to win this match, the BCC Spartans. He is the vice captain. And that's a dot delivery to finish the over. Sagar plays all 6 balls of Sai Surya's bowling, and they're able to comfortably score 6 runs from this second over. That's 2 overs done, and it's 7 for 2. BCC Spartans are 7 for 2 after 2 overs. And we have Karunasagar and Bilal Ahmed batting in the crease. And we have Ankit Singh continuing his spell. That's a very good dot delivery from Ankit Singh. He tried that. It has fallen short of the fielder in the fine leg. Gnan Reddy tried for the catch but couldn't stop the ball, and that's raced into the boundary for 4. That's a comfortable boundary for the BCC Spartans team. Bilal Ahmed playing it into the fine leg area. It could be a catch if a bit, but it is a bit short of the fielder. Fielder tried for that, but he couldn't manage to stop the ball, and it heads into the boundary. And that's a dot delivery again from Ankit Singh, and well played by Bilal Ahmed as well. He was trying to defend the ball. That's a superb shot, and that's raced into the deep mid wicket for 4. That's a back-to-back boundaries from Bilal Ahmed. He looks to be in a very good touch with the ball and bat. He's able to connect the ball really very well during this power play. And Ankit Singh continuing over the wicket, and very well defended again by Bilal Ahmed. Last ball of the third over. Oh, he hit that very huge in the deep mid wicket, and that's a 6. Very well played by Bilal Ahmed. That's a huge 6 in the deep mid-wicket area. Banu is the fielder there, but there is no chance for him to jump to take the ball. So it's clear the fences. It's a beautiful 6 by Bilal Ahmed. That's 21 for 2 after 3 overs. BCC Spartans looks to be in very good shape. Sagar and Bilal Ahmed taking their innings to next level. 3 overs 21 is a very good run rate. Sai Surya continuing around the wicket for the left-hand batsman Karuna Sagar, and that is a very good delivery. That's a short delivery, but Karuna Sagar managed to clear the boundary, and that's an easy 4. Sai Surya did the same in his very first over as well, where Karuna Sagar pulled the ball into the same direction, and the same thing has been repeated by Sai Surya, the bowling, and batsman made no mistake, but he judged the ball really well, and he has managed to clear the boundary. And now there is some fielding change coming in place with 3 fielders on the deep in the leg side. We have Devaharsh in the deep fine leg. We have Uday Kiran in the deep square leg, and we have Ankit Singh moved from mid-wicket to the deep mid-wicket. Very good batting from Karuna Sagar. He's defending the ball. They already got 4 runs from this over, so they don't need to take any risk at this moment. So playing very consistently, both the players. And that's pushed into the point area. Banu is the fielder there. So we can see offside there is no fielder in the deep, only on the leg side there are 3 fielders in the deep, and that's very good, very well played, and that's an easy single in the point. So they tried to stop the ball, but batsmen were able to get the singles of this ball. Bilal playing Sai Surya's balls now. There is no wind factor, we can see. Sai Surya is yet to bowl 2 more balls. No, that's a good leap by Bilal Ahmed. Bilal Ahmed looks confident when he leaves the ball. He doesn't want to take any risk of trying to attempt the balls. Sai Surya into the last ball of his second over, and that's a leave. That's an over again. It's a very good comeback from Sai Surya after that first short ball delivery. That's the end of 4 overs. After 4 overs, BCC Spartans 26 for 2. We would like to thank all our sponsors: IT Talent Hub, Cakes and Bakes, Hyderabad Wala, Veda Restaurant, Rotary Stratford, and also our partner AK Photography, who has been integral part of BCC since the very much. And we are able to stream all the tournaments with the continuous support of our sponsors. We would really like to thank all our sponsors. And coming back to the game, we are into our 5th over, and the left-hand medium pacer Rijwit Paturi has taken over the bowling from Ankit Singh. After a very good start by BCC Rampage in the very first over, now the score looks different as BCC Spartans are going after the bowlers. There's 26 for 2. Very good, excellent boundaries from Karuna Sagar and Bilal Ahmed in the last 3 overs. Rijwit Paturi continuing around the wicket to the left-hand batsman. Oh, that's very unusual. That's not. That's very well stopped in the third man area by Gnan Reddy. That's a very good stop. That's only single. Though they tried to take double of that ball, Gnan Reddy made it comfortably so that he could stop the ball. And that's one run of that first ball of Rijit Paturi. And now Bilal Ahmed is on strike, facing the left-hand medium pacer Rijit Paturi, coming around the wicket. That's a toss delivery, and that is not expected. Banu is on it. Oh, that's an easy catch. Bilal Ahmed has to depart. That's the third wicket for BCC Spartans. Banu makes no mistake in the deep mid wicket. That's an easy catch. He didn't time it well, the full toss delivery. And now we have Bilal Ahmed departing, and we have Om Prakash Majoju replacing Bilal. Om Prakash is the new batsman to the crease, teaming up with Karuna Sagar, the left-hand batsman. So we are still in our power play only still, where only 3 players are allowed outside the line. We have Rijit Paturi continuing around the wicket for Om Prakash Majoju. That's signaled wide by the umpire. Om Prakash want to go after the ball. That's a very good ball from Rijit. Om Prakash had no idea of that ball. And it beats the batsman into the keeper hands. Four balls. Rijit bowling around the wicket. That's a no signal. I guess it slipped from Rijit's hand. That's a free hit signal. That's a free hit signal by umpire because of the ball pitching outside the pitch area. So that signal as no. And this will be a free hit for Om Prakash Majoju. We will see if he is going to capitalize this or not. There was an appeal for out, but the keeper didn't realize that this is a free hit ball, and these type of catches will not be counted as out. That's a wide again. So extras coming up. Already 3 extras and a single. So 4 runs of this over already. That's a catch. The second slip. That's an easy catch, and Om Prakash has to depart. Rijit strikes again with 2 wickets in this over. So we have seen such type of an over from the first over from Ankit Singh, where he is able to grab quick 2 wickets, and now Rijit strikes back with 2 wickets again. So after 5 overs, BCC Spartans are 30 for 4. And we have Sharat Salwaji, the captain, in strike now in the crease with playing up with Karuna Sagar. We have new bowler into the attack. We have Vinod Reddy brought into attack. Vinod Reddy bowling over the wicket. Oh, that's a very good bouncer in the end. So Vinod Reddy is a right arm medium pacer, bowling over the wicket even to the left hander. So very good leave by Sagar. Sagar and Sharat, both captain and vice captain, they both need to make sure they build up a very good innings to stay in the race. And that's a wide. That's a wide signal by the umpire. There are some change of bats going on with the skipper. We have Vinod Reddy attacking from right arm over the wicket. That's defended into the point. It's no runs from that.